have young kids getting staph infections, and there's a lot of kids out here that are coming by my shop all the time. And you know, they're under 18, they don't get tattooed. They go to the head shop, they buy the tattoo equipment, and they're not practicing safe standards under the, you know, whatever the health code enforces. They're going to get sick. And that's everyone's kids. And, and it's not just on the tattoos. They touch doorknobs, toilet handles, things that people share. It's a communicable disease. And I'm paying for a license with the health department in Kern County every year, and all my artists are registered with Kern County. And we're doing the right thing, and then when something like this happens, everyone comes to us and goes, why?
Renewable Resources Group. We are a private company headquartered in Los Angeles. And I wanted to talk to you a bit about the Antelope Valley Solar Project that we proposed in California's renewable portfolio standard, which requires us to get to 33% renewables by 2020. We're currently at 13.5%, which means we have a lot of renewable power. We think that's a good thing as well, just because of what it does to increase U.S. energy security and meet some environmental goals that are important. I'd like to highlight, just in terms of the benefits of solar, it's, let's see, peak productivity for solar is in the afternoons, matches peak demand, you know, when people turn on air conditioners and such, and that becomes important because the way utilities, you know, meet peak demand, which is they turn on peaker plants, which are generally older, dirtier plants that are also more expensive. So solar has the added benefit of displacing the need for those. Picking a site is kind of a process of elimination. You know, because there are a lot of places you can't put them in. You know, critical habitat for protected species, state parks, wilderness areas, that type of thing. So you start looking for, and so you eliminate those places, and then you know you end up kind of following a set of criteria that we follow here for Antelope Valley Solar, which is one, it's on private property, not public land. It's about 3/4 in Kern County, about 1/4 in LA County, about 9 miles west of Roseman. The land is previously disturbed. It's almost all been farmed, 99% or so. Excuse me. It stays out of protected areas, LA County, significant ecological areas, that type of place. It's got a good microclimate for solar, obviously, and importantly, it's adjacent to existing transmission. There's more transmission planned out there. The Tehachapi Renewable Transmission Project. You can see up in the upper left-hand corner is where the SCE's Whirlwind substation is being built, and that green line running diagonally is the transmission. There's the existing 500 kV line there, and they're putting more in there. So up there, it's 100. That's 170th and Holiday. This is 115th in Roseman. This is 130th in Avenue A, just to give you kind of the parameters. 70th and Holiday, down to here, this is Gaskell. And the LA County side, this is Avenue B and 140th. This is 130th and Avenue A8. This is what it looks like if you were to walk up to the end of it. Gives you kind of a sense of the scale. They rest on these piers that are 4.5 inches in diameter. That's part of why we talk about there's minimum disturbance, land disturbance. This next photo is kind of illustrates the sort of the technology itself. See, these are glass panels that absorb the sunlight. They have about half the reflectance of standard residential glass. They're designed to absorb the sunlight because that's how it generates power. It converts that sunlight directly into electricity. There are no turbines, there are no mirrors. It doesn't use no water use for generating electricity. Back here this is a little 1/2 horsepower electric motor, and that drives this jack screw, which is what causes the panel to tilt throughout the day.
The question is, the water bank that you're talking about, is that the Antelope Valley East Kern water bank, which is on the Godic property?
It's not the AVAC water bank, no sir. It's the.
Is it the semi-tropic Roseman water bank?
Right, that's correct.
Are you in competition with Semper Energy, which has made application and are going to be starting one in that?
No, we're not.
What goes on the ground
Mm-hmm.
underneath these solar collectors
Right.
to keep the dust down.
Right. Well, I think first of all, it's important to understand that dust reduces the output of the solar panels, so it's really an operational priority as well as a matter of being a good neighbor.
Sure.
To try and keep the dust down.
True.
Our approach to that is to, what we would like to do is primarily do it through vegetation under the panels. And you're looking for something. We have to work, we're still going through the permitting process and the environmental review process
Sure.
with counties. So
Sure.
we have to work with them, and we'll need to consult with local experts on it. But the goal is something that is ideally native and drought tolerant, and that's something that is low. Because really all you're trying to do is keep the dust.
How long have you been working on a project of this size?
We started the permitting process with Kern County in January of this year, January 2010.
Okay, so you've been living with this for a number of months now.
Yes.
When would you break ground, presuming everything permitting went as planned?
Yes, once we receive our permits from both Kern and LA County, we would plan to construct in January of 2013.
Okay.
The power would go online by January 2016.
This is the Los Angeles HelloVogue.com Auto Show 2010. We're at the Morgan booth, and that's how the Morgan started out. A couple of other samples over there, but this is the new Morgan.
A car like this with the black option, as they call it.
Now this is the Mercedes Sprinter, and they're using it here at the LA Auto Show for cupcakes dispensed out the side.
Should I grab one for my boyfriend too? Yeah, sure. Could I get red velvet? Red velvet?
Of course, here's the final product with the Mercedes symbol. This is the ultimate tailgate party machine. Here.
Yes, it is.
Just roll it out and cook the hamburgers and hot dogs. Attraction here is a Lotus race car in the back. And of course, everyone is lined up to take a peek at this. This is a unique steering wheel in the IZOD IndyCar Series. All the controls are right there on the steering wheel.